On the record.
Excellent.
Yeah, you should.
Now calling the matter of Shannon Moore. This is case number 034437M. Recall, Ms. Moore, this is a case in which you'd previously entered not guilty pleas to trespassing charge and what is essentially a littering charge, I believe, and that may need to be addressed today, but we're back on a pretrial conference on a personal recognizance bond. Counsel, please enter your appearance on her behalf.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's Chris Landry for the defendant. Bar ID is 47503.
Excellent. City, please enter your appearance.
Sergio Renteria for the city judge.
Excellent. City, we get an opportunity to meet with defense today?
Yeah, Judge, and I think we've come to a resolution where Ms. Moore would plead guilty to the original trespass charge. All the remaining charges would be dismissed. We'd come to a resolution of 5 days of jail, 2 days credit time served. 3 days of jail would be suspended on the condition that defendant not trespass at the dumpster for 24-hour fitness at 3435 South Inca Street for a 6-month period. Fine would be open to the court. Defendant would pay court costs, Judge.
Do you have anything to present, or is it just oral today?
We have the documentation, Judge.
Oh, Your Honor, if I may approach.
Please. Thank you for that, sir. And City, in your mind, the condition is not the entire property, it is simply the...
It is that specific dumpster at that address, not the entire property, no.
Okay. And fines and cost open to the court, correct?
Yes, a fine would be open to the court, Judge, depending on the costs.
Okay. Ms. Moore, do you have any questions or concerns regarding the nature of the charges against you, your rights, the procedures of our court, the plea bargain being offered today, or in fact any other questions?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay. If you don't have other questions, how then do you plead to the charge of trespassing, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your
You
Honor.
understand that by pleading guilty this morning to that charge, you're giving up your rights to trial in this case, including a potential jury trial to your peers in this matter?
Yes,
You
Your
understand you're waiving those rights? Okay. And are you telling the court that this is your decision and your decision alone to plead guilty and accept this plea bargain today?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Counsel, would you waive further advisement in the establishment of factual basis on the charge?
I would, Your Honor.
In that case, I'll accept her plea as a voluntary plea with a knowing and intelligent waiver of her rights. Before I proceed to sentencing, we've already talked a bit about. Any further statements, maybe first and foremost from you Mr. Landry?
Your Honor, in this matter, I would ask that any financial penalty asserted with this, including the fines and court cost, either be waived or some alternative be derived for the court. I do not believe in the present circumstance, given my client's current financial position and she is experiencing homelessness presently at the moment, Your Honor. I don't believe it would be serving the interests of justice to assert any kind of monetary penalty or fee. I would ask for any alternative or a full waiver of that. Aside from that, Your Honor, I do believe that the disposition at hand is fair. This does effectively give a protection order against that individual property while allowing Ms. Moore the ability to utilize the public services of Englewood. We are specifying to that dumpster and not to the entire city building. So I would ask that the disposition be accepted in this matter.
Understood. What is, your interpretation of dumpster? Would trash enclosure be a better term here? Or, I'm just not sure, would she need to be inside of the dumpster to violate this condition in the city's mind?
I guess trash enclosure is what we were all thinking about.
Okay, that makes some sense to me. Is there in fact some sort of a structure there?
That's my understanding.
Okay.
So I guess trash enclosure is what we meant by dumpster.
Fair enough, and that's fair.
And I would have no objection to that interpretation, Your Honor.
Okay, and I think talking about this on the front end is way better than talking about it on the back end, so I appreciate everybody's efforts to clarify that prior to sentencing. Okay. Anything further from Ms. Moore?
No.
Appreciate your appearance today and your willingness to take responsibility for your actions in this older case. Happy to accept the plea disposition as proposed. I'm going to sentence you as follows. It's a 5-day jail sentence with 2 days credit for time served, leaving you 3 days suspended. All 3 days will be suspended along with some fines. I am going to fine you $150 and suspend $100 of those dollars, leaving you with a $50 fine. There's an additional $25 in court cost everybody pays for appearing in municipal court, hearing your attorney's representation regarding your financial status. I'm happy to accept 4 hours of productive community service in lieu of the $75. You can do those hours at any nonprofit that's designated as a nonprofit by the state of Colorado who's willing to sign off unsupervised on those hours. I can give you a document to keep track of those hours, and I would just ask that you do the 4 hours or pay the $75 or some combination of the two at $20 an hour within the next 30 days. Do you think you're capable of doing that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, excellent. And the $100 of fines in the 3 days that will be suspended on a single condition of no trespass at the trash enclosure at 24-Hour Fitness located at 3435 South Inca Street for a 6-month period. Consider this an unsupervised probationary period of 6 months. Any questions or concerns about the sentence from
No,
city's
Your Honor.
perspective?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Anything from defense? Anything from city?
Yeah, Judge, I believe subpoenas were issued in this case. And you just put on the, I don't think we need to put on record, but just to make it clear that any future subpoenas that have been issued in this case are just should be quashed and,
Yeah, my
no one
recollection
needs
is
to
for the
appear in
trial
the future.
date. We'll go ahead and quash the subpoena and vacate that trial date. Thank you for that clarity. Anything further from defense today?
Nothing from Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Moore, at this time, since you've resolved this matter, I'm going to remove your attorney off this matter. If you find yourself in a situation where the city's asking to seek any of the suspended jail sentence in this case, you're welcome to reapply for court-appointed counsel services. I can try to reconnect you with Mr. Landry at that time if you were satisfied with his services.
Okay.
Do you have any questions or concerns about any of this?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I look forward to the successful termination of this case. I wish you the best of luck. If you step out these double doors and take a left, go up to the front counter, and we'll give you the due date for the monies or the community service, as well as the date in which your case is scheduled to end.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day. Thank you, everyone. Court is now in recess.